order to defeat another one of Tanos's comrades. But the defenses needed to be weakened first. The city's water supply was very close. Together with the muscular ogre, the pillaging evil had destroyed the city of Lotsawinter. And so the former harbor city was consumed by the flames. All that remained was a smoking pile of misery. The third part of the Lotsawinter series should probably be named Ash Beach of Death then. At the victory celebration, the ogre insisted on giving a little concert with his solo band. Unfortunately, no one was able to face the odors that followed his butt trumpet solos, and even Talia escaped with the smell-sensitive evil's army as the poor soul-serving ogre collapsed, wheezing on the ground. And so the resource-wasting evil had once again captured a ship to again sail off to some other place. This story is so, exciting and varied. And so the carefree evil's army sailed for the not-quite-so-free cities, a network of unacceptably prosperous towns spanning the islands in front of the mainland. It went without saying there was no way they could be ignored on the way to the capital city. But even more important was the fact that Elric the Pretty was there. A good-natured, narcissistic paladin who served the goddess, and far, far worse, one of Tanos's comrades in arms. Certainly Talia wouldn't pass up a chance to get one over on her foster father by shearing one of his little lambs and roasting it over a slow fire. Where did I put great-grandfather's paladin It's So Wonderfully Juicy recipe book? The relentless evil's armies had reached the not-quite-so-free cities. Several large cities were spread across numerous smaller islands. The capital of Alphas was very close. This was probably where Elric the Pretty was to be found. Unfortunately, the not-quite-so-free cities were very well defended. A direct attack would be unwise. But the insidious evil had already formed a plan designed to weaken the defenses. There were a number of fresh water supplies located very close to the landing site. If someone were to add something to them, the effects could be very interesting.
Ah, that's why I have this vial of zombie virus with me. Excellent! Poison water, create undead. Got it. Onwards, creatures! Smash them, break their necks, introduce motions of censure against them!
Unfortunately, the waters were extremely tricky in this area and could rise and fall within a very short time. But sadly, the hydrophobic evil's creatures had never taken a swimming course.
Idiots. Morons. No loss there.
You could look at it that way, but the fatigued evil was getting tired of always replenishing its armies. It had therefore prudently already built a crypt in order to be able to revive horde creatures.
Sure, for all I care. I'm getting the itch, and that means I have to destroy something soon.
What is that weird thing in the dungeon? Looks like some kind of portal, but it seems to be inactive.
Then we can ignore it for now.
Ah, yes. The simplicity of the maliciously minded. But anyway, the portal thingy, or whatchamacallit, seemed to be extremely solidly built and indestructible anyway. It therefore actually did make sense to ignore it for now. Payday.
Command me. Ow! Hasta la vista, baby. Merry Christmas, you bums.
Suddenly, this portal thing in the dungeon started to light up. Something was happening. Heroes on the surface had obviously activated it and used it as a direct access to the dungeon, bypassing the arduous route through the overworld.
What? Heroes are using a portal into the dungeon. Crush them! Scratch their eyes out! Feed them cat food! Just wait.
Even though I personally find it difficult to distinguish between that rotten undead smell and the smell of fish, the local heroes' noses were much better trained. They soon set out to get to the bottom of things, which is to say, the underground. I mean the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The dungeon heart is being attacked. It's payday. A rumor coursed through the ranks of the rumor-mongering evil's army that there was a time-worn ritual site somewhere in the area, where an ancient evil creature could be summoned. The immediately taking notes evil was extremely interested.
And how? Deadly new creatures are always good. Tanos will be amazed when I face him.
There are enemies in your dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Drop me on the enemy.
Payday.
Sure. It's Christmas. And I'm in a very
Talia had reached the first water supply and began a mystical ritual to contaminate it.
If by mystical ritual you mean that I simply slowly dribble this stuff into the water, then you are absolutely correct.
A nearby